Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope that you are all safe in home, having a healthy life. Today we are going to focus on direct and indirect speech. This topic you might have learned in your lower class. In order to recapitulate, let us see the definition of what is direct and indirect speech. There are two ways of reporting speech. One is direct speech, the other one is indirect speech. Now, what is direct speech? What the person actually says is known as direct speech. In other words, we say exactly what someone has said is called direct speech. In short, we quote the original words of the actual speaker. So, it is called quoted speech. For example, Darshil said, "I am a very clever boy." Darshil said, "I am a very clever boy." So, here what is the quoted speech? "I am a very clever boy." Who said that? Darshil. So, it is not mentioned to whom he has told these words or whether he has uttered this quoted words in any situations. So, again I am repeating the definition of what is direct speech. What the person actually says is known as direct speech. In other words, we exactly say what someone has said is called direct speech. I said, "I need a cup of tea." I said, "I need a cup of tea." What is the original word uttered by me? Can anyone say there? Yes, "I need a cup of tea." This is called direct speech. The original words uttered by the speaker is called as direct speech. Now, let us focus on indirect speech. When we report someone else's speech without quotation or exact words, it is called indirect speech. Here we report what the speaker says without quoting his exact words. Without reporting what the speaker says without quoting his exact words. For example, Darshil said that he was a clever boy. Darshil said that he was a clever boy. What is the difference you find in the sentence 1 and in sentence 2? In sentence 1, Darshil said, "I am a clever boy." In sentence 2, Darshil said that he was a clever boy. Yes, in sentence 1, you can find the original words uttered by the speaker. In second sentence, you can find someone else's speech or what the speaker says. Do you understand? Now, punctuation plays a very important role in direct speech. The words uttered by the speaker is marked by the double quotes. Okay, whereas in indirect speech we use full stop, question mark or exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. Whereas in direct speech we use double quotes when we utter the original words of the speaker, and in the end of the sentence we use question mark, exclamation mark or full stop. So, we have seen the definition of direct and indirect speech. Now we are going to see the change of tense in direct and indirect speech. How many tense are there in English? We would have learned 12, isn't it? Simple present, simple past, simple future, present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, and future perfect continuous. Is it? Now, according to direct and indirect speech, we are changing all the present tense into past tense. See the first one. Present simple is changed to past simple. Present continuous is changed to past continuous. Present perfect is changed to past perfect. Present perfect continuous is changed to past perfect continuous. Past simple is changed to past perfect. Past continuous is changed to past perfect continuous. This chart is very important for you to note down. So, children, the chart is displayed. Kindly note down. Hope you would have noted down the changes in the tense form. Now, let us see what are some special words that is changed from direct to indirect speech. The list which is displayed there shows the change of special words. Okay, change of special words. Kindly note down. This is changed to that. These is changed to those. Here is changed to there. Now is changed to then. Thus is changed to so. Ago is changed as before. Today is changed as that day. Yesterday is changed as the previous day or the day before. Anyone you can use it. Tomorrow is changed as the next day or the following day. The next is changed as the following. Last is changed as the previous. So, in the first chart we have seen the change of tense. In the chart 2 we have seen the change of special words from direct to indirect speech. So, students, kindly note down the difference of change of words. Now, the next is very important for your notification. This chart shows the change of pronoun from direct to indirect speech. So, most of the transformation of the sentence has change of pronoun. For example, in active voice, passive voice, you might have learned the change of person, but that differs. Okay, don't get confused between the change of pronoun in active voice and from direct to indirect. Both are different. So, if you note down this chart, the change of pronoun in direct and indirect speech, I or you is changed as he or she according to the gender. Me or you is changed as him or her. My or your is changed as his or her. Mine or yours is changed as his or hers. We or you is changed as they. Us or you is changed as them. Our or your is changed as their. Ours and yours are changed as theirs. The change of pronoun plays a very important role in direct and indirect speech. Okay, so these three charts are very important, students. So chart 1 I have notified it is change of tense. Chart 2 change of special words, and in chart 3 it shows the change of pronoun. Okay. Now let us see some of the changes of the verb which is outside the quotation. In the definition of direct and indirect speech, I have given you one example, that is, I said I need a cup of tea. I said I need a cup of tea. The word said is the verb which is outside the quotation. Okay, so you can find two verbs. One verb will be outside the quotation and another verb it will be inside the quotation. So this word, the reporting verb, has said or said to. Usually in the lower class you would have learned what are the kinds of sentences, isn't it? So there are 4 kinds of sentences. The first sentence you call it as declarative or assertive sentence. The second sentence you call it as interrogative sentence, and the third sentence you call it as imperative sentence, and the last one you call it as exclamation sentence. Now let us recapitulate what are the definitions of these 4 kinds of sentence. Assertive or declarative: any statement that declares a meaning or any statement that gives you a complete meaning or declares some meaningful sentence is called as declarative sentence. For example, the parrot is green, the crow is black, the school opens at 8 o'clock. Okay. Now let us see interrogative sentence. A sentence which asks a question. A sentence which asks a question. Questions are 2 types. One question denotes yes or no, the other question denotes WH question. What do you mean by yes or no question? When you ask any person with a question of yes or no, their reply will be either yes or no. For example, shall we learn English? Shall we learn English? Okay, what will be your reply? Your reply will be either yes or no. So that is why the sentence denotes yes or no question. When the speaker asks question, the reply will be either yes or no. That is why we call it as yes or no. What is the second interrogation? The second interrogation is called as WH questions. The words which starts with WH, can you tell me some of the question words which starts with WH? Yes, what, where, when, which, how, whose, whom. Okay, very good. This WH question is called as questions of information. When you want to gather information of any person, we apply WH question. For example, what is your name? How old are you? What's your father? Where do you live? So when I apply these kinds of questions, I get lots of information. So interrogative sentence are 2 types. One is WH question, the another one is yes or no. The third sentence we are going to see is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence are otherwise called as function sentence. Functional. For example, please listen to the class. What is the function that you denote there? I am requesting. I am requesting you to listen to the class. Have you completed the homework? What is the function of that sentence? It is an order. The teacher gives an order. Shall we have a cup of tea? What is the function of that sentence? It is a suggestion. Attention. Standard tea. What is the function of that sentence? It is a command. Okay. The last sentence is exclamation sentence. Exclamation sentence are a sentence with sudden feeling. When there is a sudden expression, just remember when you have obtained a complete full marks of 100 out of 100 in any subject, what is your expression? My God, oh, wow. The sudden expression that you express is called as exclamation sentence. So, the direct and indirect speech is based on these kinds of 4 sentences. We normally change a direct speech and indirect speech based on these 4 kinds. What is the first type of sentence? Declarative sentence. Second type, interrogative sentence. Third type, imperative sentence. And the last one, exclamatory sentence. Okay. Now, let us see how the verb which is outside the quotation is changed in these 4 types of sentence. When the reporting verb, I mean in declarative sentence, is said, said to, say, is changed. When you see said, it will remain said in indirect speech. When it is said to in direct speech, it will be changed as told in indirect speech. When you find say or says in direct speech, it is changed as say or says. It remains as it is. Now, the second sentence, interrogation. Interrogative sentence, if it is said or said to, whatever may be, it will be changed as asked. It will be changed as asked. Kindly remember, students, in declarative sentence, said remains said, said to changed as told, say or says will remain same. In interrogative sentence, whatever may be said, said to will be changed as asked. Okay. The third sentence, it is imperative. This you have to be very, very careful. According to the function of the sentence, according to the meaning of the sentence, you have to find out the verb. For example, the teacher said, be quiet. The teacher said, be quiet. The said will be changed as order because the teacher ordered the students to be quiet. Okay, according to what is the function of that sentence, be quiet, that refers to order. Okay, ordered. So, whatever may be said or said to in direct speech will be changed as requested, ordered, command, warned, suggested in imperative sentence. Do you understand? The last sentence is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence ends with exclamation mark. So, here the said or said to will be changed as exclaimed. Will be changed as exclaimed. Okay. This is an example of change of tense. This also you have to note down, my dear students. I have not given a brief examples. I have listed out only a few models. Okay. Here is, are. Am, is, are will be changed as was in indirect speech. Am, is, are will be changed as was in indirect speech. Many of you have a doubt how this are is changed as was. Actually, the change of tense, that is present tense to past tense. What is the present tense or what is the past tense of is? Was. What is the past tense of are? Were. But according to direct and indirect speech, sometimes this are will be changed to was. When we come to the example, I will teach you. Have or has is changed as had. Have or has is changed as had. Can is changed as could. Will was changed as would. Shall, note down, shall is changed as would only in direct and indirect speech. Actually, the past tense of shall is should, but here we use past tense of will is would and shall is also would. That we come to the example. Okay. May, might, must is changed as had to. Okay, students, have you noted down this? Okay. Now, I will recapitulate what all the fundamentals we have learned so far in direct and indirect speech. In first beginning of the class, we have seen the definition of what is direct and indirect speech. We have seen the punctuation marks that is placed in direct speech. The punctuation that we use in direct speech is double quotes and according to the sentence full stop, question mark and exclamation mark. We have seen the change of tense, we have seen the change of pronoun, we have seen the change of person. After that, we have learned the definition of four kinds of sentence. What are the four kinds of sentence? Declarative, interrogative. What are the types of interrogative? Yes or no interrogative and WH interrogative. The third is imperative and the fourth is exclamatory. After that, we have seen how the verb which is outside the quotation, which is the verb which is reported form, that is said, said to, say or says is changed according to the sentence. In declarative sentence, said or said to will be changed as said will be changed as said. Said to will be changed as told. Okay, very good. In interrogative sentence, said or said to will be changed as asked. Okay, very good. In third sentence, imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is based according to the functions. Okay, what is the functions I told you? Ordered, commanded, requested, suggested, advised. Okay, this will take the form of said or said to. The last, the said or said to in exclamatory sentence will be changed to exclaimed, will be changed to exclaimed. Children, as I told you in the beginning, punctuation plays a very important role in direct and indirect speech. Many of you have a doubt whether to use the same punctuation in indirect speech. No, students, we are not supposed to use the same punctuation which is placed in direct speech in indirect speech. Indirect speech will always ends with a full stop. Indirect speech always ends with a full stop, whereas indirect speech ends with question mark, full stop or exclamation mark. Do you understand? So, don't place the same punctuation to indirect speech. Okay, and whenever you are using a proper noun or common noun, the first letter of the word should be in capital. The first letter of the word should be capital. Try to find out the verbs which is outside the quotation and which is inside the quotation. Okay, try to find out the verb which is outside the quotation. Outside the quotation means it may be says or say, said or said to, whereas inside the quotation it depends. Okay, it depends according to the tense. Now, many of you have noted down what are the things which is displayed. Dear students, all the fundamental rules of direct and indirect is given in a book in page number 187. All these things that we have discussed so far is given in your English book, page number 187. Kindly go through it. So, remember, don't try to change the meaning of the sentence while transforming from direct to indirect speech. In your question paper, there is a chance of asking you to change sentence from indirect to direct. Any one type you can learn, either to change from direct to indirect or indirect to direct speech. Okay, see that the meaning of the sentence should not be changed. Only the words should be changed in transformation of sentences. Refresh yourself, be happy, stay in home, have a healthy food, be confident. Okay, let's see in the next class. Thank you.